And again, folks, this is Matthew Boyle here for Breitbart News at the Conservative Political Action Conference. My guest right now is Jenny Beth Martin, the co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots. Jenny Beth, first off, we're at CPAC. There's somewhere 15, 20,000 conservative activists here. It's the biggest gathering annually of conservative activists from all around the country. What kind of message does a gathering this big of conservative activists send to the people, right up the road there on Capitol Hill in Washington?
It should send a message that we're watching what they're doing and that we expect them to live by conservative principles.
Are we seeing that out of these guys up on Capitol Hill? It looks like they just caved on the executive amnesty just last night.
It looks like what we're seeing in Capitol Hill is that Harry Reid still controls the Senate and Nancy Pelosi is delivering the bills in the House of Representatives.
So tell us, what should conservatives be expecting out of this new Republican majority? Which as far as I could tell, I thought the Senate went into Mitch McConnell's control and into the Republican control in November. I guess that didn't happen, but what should conservatives be expecting their Republican members of Congress to be doing here on fighting executive amnesty in the DHS funding bill?
Well, we need to continue to fight next week, although it really looks like there was a deal brokered to get the 7-day short-term continuing resolution in exchange for a, quote, clean DHS funding bill. What I think that we need to do as conservatives and those of us on the center-right and the Tea Party movement and other aspects of the center-right movement, we need to redefine what it means to win. We have seen that there is a majority in the Senate controlled by Republicans, a historic majority in the House, larger than what we've seen since when Calvin Coolidge was president. We have over 60% of the governorship, 66% of the state legislatures, and yet we continue to see bills and deals passed like what we saw last night. That's not a win, and so we need to look at what do we need to win, and what we need to win is we need more people like the members of the House and the Senate who stood firm in the last week. We need more people who have convictions and principles and have a backbone that are willing to stand up for what we believe in, because it's a right thing for America.
Now, speaking of needing more people up there who are going to be fighting, so obviously we just came off of an election, but it seems like it's already kind of starting again heading into 2016. So we've seen most of, if not all of the 2016 potential presidential candidates speak so far. I think the big ones are obviously Ted Cruz, Scott Walker, Rand Paul, Jeb Bush. What are your thoughts on heading into 2016 of the presidential field as it's coming into shape right now?
Well, Matt, one of the interesting things about CPAC every 4 years is it really does kick off the presidential preference primary for Republicans. So we've got all these candidates out there, they're talking about the issues, and now we have to evaluate the candidates. We need to be looking for candidates who are willing to stand up for our principles, who've governed by our principles, and who are unafraid and are willing to, who won't back down, who stand up and are unapologetic about it because they know that more personal freedom, more economic freedom, and a debt-free future are the right thing, not just for Republicans or conservatives, it's the right thing for all of America.
Now, Jeb Bush got up there and talked about how you're liberal if you think that, and this was in the interview with Sean Hannity, you're liberal if you think that you should be more concerned about American workers instead of illegal aliens getting jobs. That's liberal thinking. I mean, in addition to that, Jeb Bush is bussing in supporters. What do you think about is Jeb Bush going to get support from conservative base?
Well, we've yet to see exactly what kind of support Jeb Bush is going to get or any of the candidates are going to get. I think that when we look at what's happening around this country, we go and tell the American worker who doesn't have a job, who is underemployed, or who can't get the kind of job that they're looking for, that they're liberal because they want a job for themselves. I don't think that that's going to fly with the rest of America.
Now let's wrap up by talking about something that you guys have been personally targeted by the IRS. Okay, and there's scores of Tea Party groups all across the country who have been as well. Give us an update on that. Are we gonna actually see accountability for the Obama administration officials responsible for this in the IRS and the Justice Department, all across the government? Are we gonna see these guys actually held accountable?
Matt, I hope that we do. We're not letting up. We continue to watch what has happened with the IRS. What we've seen just this past week is more emails have come out from Lois Lerner. There may have been a cover-up. There now seems to be finally some sort of criminal investigation going on. The investigation, if there is a criminal investigation going on, it's not because of the targeting. It's because they were getting rid of emails. And it appears that if there is any criminal investigation, it's because of the cover-up.
Because it's always the cover-up, not the crime. Again, folks, this is Matthew Boyle here for Breitbart News at the Conservative Political Action Conference. My guest here has been Jenny Beth Martin of the Tea Party Patriots. Thank you so much, Jenny Beth.